Hey, I think I'm too bright. Have my ring light on. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix it. See if I can turn it down a little. Just a little bit. I don't want to be too bright. Hey. So, what's up? Whew, I had a rough day today. Well, not really rough. I was like working. I did a lot of working. I'm just now calming down for the day. Hey, everybody that's coming into the live stream, make sure you thumbs it up. Thumbs up the live stream. Oh my God. Hey. So, I've been working so much. It's hard for me to do live streams lately. I haven't really been too thrilled about doing live streams on YouTube because every time I come on here, it's some craziness. It's like always some bullshit. And if I come on here and I try to talk about some business, it's like, Lord, where the business people at? It's the only place I get trolled to death. I think when I do live streams on Instagram, it's pretty cool. But then again, I don't even have time to do Instagram live streams because of all the businesses that I have. I have my graphic design business, I have my OnlyFans that I'm doing. I have my Black single mom support group thing I'm doing. I have my Sigma female business that I'm doing with my daughter. I have just so much going on. Then I got to raise my son. So it's a lot going on. And because I'm an entrepreneur and I'm still giving relationship advice and lifestyle advice, and I'm giving people more advice about being an entrepreneur and financial management, I decided to change the nature of my channel and to cater to more towards women, because right now on my YouTube channel, it's about 67% women and the rest are men. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me lean towards women and let the fellas get the content that they want on OnlyFans. OnlyFans is interesting. OnlyFans is an amazing experience. And I made a video about that after the photo shoot I did today. Today I did an OnlyFans photo shoot. So I did a video for you guys. A lot of people asked me about OnlyFans. And so I did a video about it, and I'll be posting that video once I finish, editing it. But I wanted to talk about something that I keep seeing on Instagram a lot. And I see it from different platforms. I see it from different Instagram accounts. And what I don't see it on a lot is Twitter, but I do see it on Instagram a lot. And it's a lot of these accounts that are about hypergamy. Now, hypergamy is one of the things that it's talked about a lot on YouTube. Like most of the female content creators on YouTube, they're talking about hypergamy or interracial dating. It's like that's the claim to fame on YouTube, teaching women how to use men for money or look for a provider or date a man who isn't Black or something like that. I'm seeing a lot of that on YouTube. And on Instagram, what I'm seeing is a lot of women feel like in order for them to be suitable enough to be inside of a relationship or to have a provider or to, be appealing to a man, they have to be a specific type of woman. They have to be feminine, but inside of being a feminine woman, they have to be docile, submissive, wanting a provider, wanting to be homemakers, not really wanting to, do for themselves or be independent. It's what I'm seeing. And on this profile that I was following yesterday, they posted up these clips of like these female rap artists who was calling themselves boss chicks. And one of the clips had Nicki Minaj in it. And so it was Nicki Minaj on stage hyping up her fans, telling them, fuck these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a boss chick. I don't need a man for whatever. She's hyping up the crowd. And I came into the comment section and I said, what's funny about this post where you're saying, boss chicks don't get, they're too masculine. The thing about it is Nicki Minaj has a husband, right? She's married. And so this one girl comes in, she's like, but look what she's married to. I'm like, well, look what a lot of these feminine women are married to. A lot of them are married to men cheating on them, abusing them, lying to them, you know? Girl, listen, Cupcake Buttercups. Thank you for coming in and doing your one job. You got one job. Thumbs up the live stream when you get here. When you walk through the door, it's like 13 people in here, and I got 3 likes. You know what I'm saying? People come in here and don't do their job, and then they wonder why I don't want to do like live streams. You know what I'm saying? They're like, why Soncerae ain't on YouTube no more? Why Soncerae ain't doing videos no more? Why would I come to a place people don't even thumbs it up? Like, why would I waste my energy in a place where people being stingy with a thumbs up? Like, this weird. Thumbs ups are free. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got a beg for a thumbs up, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I've never been the type of person that was out here begging for a thumbs up. Like, think about it. I've been on YouTube, what, 8 years? 9 years now? Stop. Sorry. Let me just tell you something about the internet. There are some other platforms that are so much better than YouTube. That's a whole nother. Every time I get on here, I'll be like, yo, there's so many other places that you can go that you can find other content creators. Or if you're a content creator yourself and you want to do live streams and you want to make some money, it's other places where you can go and get way more likes, way more views, way more money. Hit me up. I'll show you an app. I will show you an app. Like me and my daughter uploaded. I'm on some other apps getting way more love than I do on YouTube. Like in the bullshit that I endured on YouTube all those years, I don't endure that shit on other platforms. Like it ain't, that's just like a whole nother world. Like it's a whole nother like place, man. It's just different. You know what I mean? It's like all these years of dealing with people talking about my race, my gender, my sexuality. All I ain't got all that bullshit on. That's some YouTube corny shit. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God. But anyway, thanks to everybody that likes the live stream. Back to what I was saying. So, a lot of these Instagram accounts where they're promoting the traditional woman or the feminine woman, they have women believing that we have to be a certain way in order to attract men. And so I was saying that Nicki Minaj, which was the example that was posted on this Instagram, that Nicki Minaj is married. And this one girl comes in and she's like, but look who she's married to. You know, her husband is a pedophile and he's a rapist and he's a blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, all of these feminine women who have husbands, their husbands are cheaters and liars and doing all types of stuff, abusive and beating their wives and stuff. So it's, when are you women going to understand that finding a good man, any type of woman that you are, as long as you good to him, he will want to be with you. It doesn't matter if you masculine, a tomboy, you use profanity, you used to be a thought, you got long hair, short hair, nappy hair, straight hair, you light skin, dark skin. Every single woman on this planet, there is a person out there that fits you. Every single one. Okay? It's like, so I think women feel like, oh, well, I want to behave a certain type of way so I can get a certain type of man. Oh, so you want to pretend to be something that you're not, so you can trick a man into being with you, so you can use him for his money because you're looking for, you know, a provider, right? This is what the hypergamy gurus, that's why I don't follow behind them. It's so many on YouTube I see, it's like even what they're teaching is not logical to me. A lot of what they're saying is about female empowerment and making women having more confidence in themselves. But at the same time, it's kind of not. It's kind of a contradiction, because if you are teaching a woman to have more confidence in herself, why are you also teaching her that in order for her to be with a specific type of man, she has to behave a specific type of way? Behave how you want to behave and get the type of man that you want that's, you know, good for you. You know what I mean? Every person is somebody out there for them. But I took screenshots of what I was trying to say. Hold on. I should have, you know what I should have did? I should have did StreamYard so I could invite y'all in. Because last time I did call-ins, and the call-ins was crazy. Hold on. Let me see. I did, let's see. Oh, my son looks sad in this picture. I was doing screenshots. Hold on. I did a screenshot because they was coming for me when after I said what I said about the Nicki Minaj. Because I was like, How y'all in here talking about Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj the one that's married, and I don't see none of y'all married. So this is the name of the Instagram account is called Not Your Typical Woman. It's not underscore you are underscore typical underscore woman. And inside of it, it was clips of rap artists. And one of the rap artists was Nicki Minaj, and she was calling Nicki Minaj a masculina. And what this woman, whoever this is behind this account, I don't know if it's a woman, but she keeps saying that women who are masculine are not going to be able to find, a masculine man. They're going to date feminine type of men. So she says, after I said, well, Nicki Minaj is married, she's saying, we never said masculinas couldn't get boyfriends or husbands. We said that they can't get masculine energy men. Nicki is married to a feminine energy man that she takes care of. She could have easily married and dated up if she weren't so masculine. Now, here's my thing. Before Nicki Minaj dated the man that she's dating now, she was dating Safari. Now, when we look at Safari, when we see Safari, he's a good husband, he's a good father. Would he be classified as a feminine energy man? She was with Safari for a long ass time. Her and Safari could have been got married. She didn't marry Safari because she didn't want to marry Safari. So Safari is a great husband to Erica Mena. Okay, so is Safari considered a feminine energy type of man? And this is when it starts getting like people can flip a narrative to make it convenient to what type of point they're trying to prove. Because a lot of men will look at Nicki Minaj's husband and think he's like super duper masculine, but my thing is he ain't got no money. He ain't got no, every time I think about her marrying him, it's like, why would you marry this dude of all people? But there's something that she knows about this dude. She's been knowing this dude since like middle school, high school. So it's something that she knows about this guy that we don't, right? That's number one. Number two, when you compare Safari and this dude to each other, they're completely different. Like Kenneth Petty and Safari Samuels are like polar fucking opposites. All right. They are completely different. To me, Safari would be more of a metrosexual type of feminine energy having ass dude, right? His best friend is a female. When you look at Safari and Erica Mena's wedding pictures, if you look at Safari's bridesmaids, groomsmen, his best man is a best woman, which is his best friend, who's a woman, right? So my thing is, a lot of men look at Safari and classify him as the feminine energy having as metrosexual, right? So Kenneth Petty. What is Kenneth Petty? So anyway, she's saying this person who's on Instagram, she's saying that he is a feminine energy type of dude. And if she was to turn her masculine energy down, she would be able to find a feminine man. Now, here's my thing. I'm a tomboy. Everybody knows that. I was a tomboy for most of my life. I didn't start becoming feminine until I started modeling. I didn't start modeling until I was like in my mid 20s, like late 20s, you know what I mean? I started modeling in and I started getting really feminine. My mother is a tomboy. My daughter is a tomboy. I'm just tomboyish. That's how I've been. But when I get around a man, especially a masculine one, I get very submissive. I get softer. I get fragiler. But the problem with that is, and I've said this on my channel before, a lot of times when you become more fragile or you become more feminine around certain types of men, and I don't know what you want to classify them. Maybe you want to classify them as masculine or dusty or beta or feminine or whatever, right? Alpha or whatever. A lot of times they make women who feel like they are women who are in a fragile state. They like to make these women feel bad about being weak. Like anytime I've cried in front of a man or anytime I let a man know I've hurt his feeling, he's hurt my feelings, I'm sorry. I'm having a female fragile moment and I say it to him, it's almost like he looks at it as if it's a weakness. And anytime I haven't been independent or depicted myself as the strong Black woman, he's looked at me as if I'm some type of uh, person that he needs to babysit or, walk, or, not every man makes it seem like being a provider is something that they genuinely want to do. What I'm noticing with a lot of men is that they're looking for a partner. And so when I teach women what I teach them on my social media, I teach women, listen, be the modern woman, be the woman that's out here looking for a partner so you can have equal mutual respect for one another. It doesn't mean that one person is more important than the other. One person is head of household more than the other. It means that everybody got an equal set of responsibilities that they're doing. Like everybody is pushing their own weight in some type of way. And if something happens to one of the people that's inside of the partnership, then the other person will just kick into gear, whether it's the male or the female. But what ends up happening is when these women who are looking for providers, when their provider, if something happens to their provider, maybe their provider passes away, or maybe their provider gets sick and they're not generating as much income as they used to, these women don't know what to do with themselves because they didn't go to college, they didn't start their own business, they didn't invest, the money that was given to them by these quote unquote providers. A lot of women are making a lot of mistakes when they're dating because they're looking for hypergamy so hard. And honestly, I feel like this has a lot to do with laziness. This isn't about a woman just wanting a man who has money. This is about women not wanting to work themselves. Women looking for men to take care of them financially. And to me, that's the biggest mistake that you can do as a woman, sitting here waiting for some man to take care of you and give you money. That shit is like the worst thing that you can do for yourself. The reason why I can say this is because I've been the woman where I was just taken care of financially and all I did was be a homemaker. That's it. I've been that woman. I know what it feels like. And a lot of times it's against certain women's nature, right? For us to just sit there and not do nothing. I always been a go-getter. The thought of me just sitting there and taking care of the kids and cleaning the house and doing what he wants me to do and allowing him to take control over my life and give me some type of guidance that I should be getting from God just feels off to me. And I know that has to feel off to a lot of women. There has to be a lot of women just walking around here like, everybody's expecting me to be about hypergamy. Like society is pushing that, especially a lot of Black women. They're pushing that shit on social media about hypergamy instead of pushing the message of women need to go out here and be business owners. Now, the good thing about me is I'm very selective about who I follow, who I listen to, because I'll be trying to protect my spirit or whatever. So whoever I'm following on Instagram, a lot of times they business owners, they women of power anyway. And a lot of them are married. A lot of them have children. A lot of them been married for a long time. A lot of them just got married. I have a friend of mine who just got married 2 weeks ago, and she been on her own, a single mom taking care of her 2 kids. So for me, I am attached to a different type of woman. I can relate to a different type of woman. I can't relate to all of these women that's out here about hypergamy. Now, I'm not saying that women that are making that choice are any less of a woman. And that's the problem I have with women who keep pushing hypergamy. What they do is try to dog out women who aren't about hypergamy. They try to dog out the modern woman. So you sit here with traditional women versus modern women. And I keep telling like every traditional woman, like stop taking stabs at women who are modern, who are not relying on a man to provide for them. Now, when I teach women, hey, go out there, get your own business, get your own education, it doesn't mean date a dusty. It doesn't mean date down. What I'm saying is don't solely rely on this man to take care of everything for you. Go out there and get that shit yourself. You're supposed to be able to get your own lace front, your own goddamn shoes, your own goddamn car. If he wants to buy you a car, it's because he wants to, not because it's a requirement. And to me, that's the type of woman that men should be looking for. Men should be out here looking for women who want to be with them because these women desire them, not because these women have to be with them because they are their provider. Like who wants to keep having to take care of a woman financially just for her to stick around? If that's the case, niggas could just be out here looking for sugar babies. They don't need to marry you, wife you up. What's the point of going through all that? Because all you're going to do is stick around until the resources dry up. So any man who is out here looking for a woman who is big upping hypergamy, I don't know what to tell you. To me, that's just the worst thing that you could do for yourself, because you don't know if this woman is with you genuinely. You understand? Now, this is when it also gets kind of weird, because then women looking at me like, pick me, shut. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling women, don't, use men for money. But the reason why I think that way is because I go out there and get my own. Like, it's a lot of women out there who relied on a man, and when this man decided he wanted to find another woman, she walking around here broke. She don't got shit because this man that took everything from her. So the least you could do is, when you do get into these marriages or these relationships and these men are giving you money, take this money, go start your own business. Go out here and invest some of it in some stocks, shit like that. Don't just use it for his money. I don't know. It has nothing to do with wanting approval from a man. You know what I mean? Like, I think when women call women like me a pygmisha, or like a modern woman too masculine or too strong, and that's why I don't have a provider, it's almost like they're making what's opposite of them be negative so they can feel better about themselves and feel better about what they're doing. That's what it seems like to me, because they gotta know somewhere inside that using these men for money is like bad. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta know this to some degree. And I just see that it's so many lost women out there that are expecting so much from men, but aren't leveling up themselves. Like, they'll go out and level up the type of man that they're dating, but they don't improve who they are as a person. And for many years on this channel, what I've done is try to encourage men and women to be better versions of themselves so they can get better men, or even when they run into a man that isn't good for them, that they immediately know this man is full of shit. You know what I'm saying? But when I see it just bothers me a lot when I see women just come down on women who are quote unquote masculine or tomboyish or modern. Like, I don't need no nigga to do shit for me unless one of my arms done fell off, I'm sick, or something like that. Like, it's not going to be the focal point of the entire relationship. If anything, we have a partnership, and we're going to have some type of emergency fund, so in the event something happens to one of us, we'll be able to stay afloat together. It ain't going to be, me looking at my husband, so what you going to do about it? I don't know how to do anything. I don't have any formal education. I just, I'm big on hypergamy, and I just chased after you because, you have money. It's weird. I mean, it's girls out here teaching other girls, don't have sex with a man unless he spends $5,000 on you. I'd be like, don't you have $5,000 already? I know y'all had to hear me talk about that date where the girl said that because the guy only spent $100, the guy spent $100 on the date, he only spent $5 on the waitress tipping her. And this girl said he had dusty because he gave the waitress $5. I was like, okay, he gave the waitress $5 and spent $100 on the date. What did you take out your purse? Not a goddamn thing. All you did was suck up the man resources. That shit is ridiculous to me. I don't know. I just don't get it. I went through my boyfriend's phone. I found so many text messages. He was talking to multiple women. When I confronted him about it, he said they're just friends. Susan, they might just be his friends. Or he talking to multiple women because he keeping his options open. So what do you do? What you gonna do about it? Don't complain about it if you ain't gonna do shit about it. If you ain't going to bust a move, then let him keep talking to multiple women. If you don't want him talking to multiple women, you tell him that. And if he can't live up to that, then don't try to make him live up to it. Accept it and go find a man that's better for you than him. That's my advice, Susan. I can't sit there and keep asking a man for things. It's nice and all, but all the time, nah. Yeah, like, it's okay for a man to give me a gift or buy me a handbag or send me some cash sometimes. Men do it all the time. Men buy me gifts all the time. All the time. Older men, young men. Men give me money all the time. And I think that's probably why it's it's different for me. Like if you're the type of woman and men have never done this for you, then maybe you're sitting there like, oh, I need a man to buy me, blah, blah, blah. But men have always done that for me. You know what I mean? Like even in my last relationship with my son's father bought me clothes. He bought me jewelry. When we first started dating, I mean, I don't even think I bought him anything like clothes or jewelry or anything. And it doesn't even have to be anything expensive, or it's just a thought that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he went out there and just bought some shit. Like men don't really, I'm not going to pressure a man to buy some shit for me or to spend some money. You went out on a date, Susie. You said you went out on a date tonight to get back at him. I don't want to lose him, so I'ma just cheat and call it a day. Girl, listen. Number 2, you ain't ready to be in a relationship anyway. You wasting your time. Like, because if you really wanted to be with him, you wouldn't have went on a date to get back at him. You would have just been like, nigga. Like when you genuinely want somebody, let's keep it a buck. When you genuinely want somebody and you see them sleeping with somebody else or you see them doing something with somebody else, your knee-jerk reaction isn't to hurt them back. Your knee-jerk reaction is the fuck? Like, why would you do something like that? Like you would confront them. You know, you're not going to do something back to them. You're not ready for a relationship. Get out of that relationship. You talk about something, you don't want to lose him. Why? You talking to other bitches. The fuck you need to keep him around for? Y'all be tripping. Why? I don't get that. Why don't you want to lose him? You should want to lose a man who is the complete opposite of what you want. You don't want a man who is talking to multiple women. He's not what you want. He is not the man that you want. Don't try to keep him. Please. Lord. Anyway, yes, men will give you money regardless for these young chicks these days. That's what I'm telling you. You don't have to marry a man for him to break you bread. You don't have to marry them to get them to give you money. And I mean consistent money. I'm talking about over and over and over again. If they want you to have it, they're going to give it to you whether they married to you or not. Men have always broke bread. They have always given me money. It's never been something I had to struggle to get. Not ever. So I'm not stunting it. And plus I have it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like when a man gives me money, if I ask him for something, if I say, yo, even something simple as if I'm on Facebook and I'm talking to somebody, I'd be like, yo, I'm trying to buy some stock. I was trying to buy Sony stock recently. Guy gave me $100 to buy Sony stock for my son. Just gave it to me without me having to ask. He just gave it to me. Some people just generous like that. You don't have to manipulate them. You don't have to trick them. You ain't got to pretend to be something you're not. You just meet certain people, especially if you're that type of person yourself, you bring in that type of energy. You know? It hurts that he was flirting behind your back. Okay, it hurts. That don't mean hurt him back. Then he gonna be like, oh, you basically just justified him going out there doing whatever he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Now you done given him a reason to go out there. Susan, I'm talking to Susan Anthony. You done went out there and gave this man a reason to go out there and fuck you over some more. Because all you did was fuck him over when it's really just not your style. But maybe it is your style, because any woman who is genuinely interested in a man and he cheats on her, the last thing she gonna do is, yo, I'm gonna cheat on you back. The first thing she gonna do is be like, oh my God, I love this dude. I'm hurt. If when you hurt, you do hurtful shit, that means you need healing. You need to figure out, you need some emotional intelligence. You need to figure out how to deal with your emotions first before you get in a relationship. That's my advice. Like, because you don't hurt somebody back after they hurt you. That's just fucked up. And I'm not saying that like I haven't done it. I'm saying it because I've done it and learned a lesson, because it didn't make shit better. It didn't make me feel better. You understand what I'm saying? It didn't make me feel better to hurt somebody that hurt me, you know? Dale Campbell. You said real niggas, you do something strange for a piece of change. Simps just flirt. Nigga don't get the cutty. Dusty, don't nobody know what fucking language you coming up in here speaking. Nigga, if you don't come in here and speak regular, don't nobody understand what you talking about. Come in here and speak English. What are you at? Dude, listen. Listen. There is no such thing as a simp, okay? There's no such thing as a simp outside of the definition of some dusty talking about some other high profile alpha male who is being kind to women. Every time I see a Dusty, he's saying something negative about a man who's nice to a woman. Has it ever occurred to you, dusty ass niggas, that men who have resources and men who have money are generous, just like wealthy people? Wealthy women have money, so they give it away. I'm a generous person. I give away money often. Most of my friends can tell you I gave them some bread. Okay? Me and my wealthy friends toss money across each other all day long, male and female. All right? The only people that's fussing about somebody being generous is the broke ass dusties and dustettes. All right? Because you don't have any resources. So, of course, you're going to sit here and complain about somebody taking somebody money or giving somebody money. I'm not saying simps out here giving away money and they're being used by women and blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is women have to stop pretending to be good women for men who are genuinely kind, genuinely nice, out here giving away money because they want to help somebody